Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 6th episode of Inside Regina. We are here at Spa Cantik with Suzanne Pelzer. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
Doing well. Thanks for coming on the show tonight.
Thanks for having me.
We're really excited to be here. We're glad your husband reached out and talked to us about being on the show.
Awesome.
So, Suzanne, why don't you tell us a little bit about Spa Cantik and what kind of salon you guys have?
Sure. We're a full-service salon and spa located in Northwest Regina. We like to consider ourselves a hidden gem in the north. 5,000 square foot spa. We offer everything that you can possibly imagine for spa services. We're a exclusive Eminence Spa, Eminence Organic Skincare, along with a Bumble and Bumble salon. So those are two things that we're very proud of, and those are two things that kind of make up who we are.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What kind of services do you have here?
We offer manicures, pedicures, full service salon. We have nails, tanning. No, we don't have tanning anymore.
That's okay.
Actually, fun fact. So I didn't put two and two together when you mentioned that we were coming here, but right before I got married 2 years ago, and my wife said, "You're getting a manicure. It's the only time I've ever gotten a manicure," and I came here and got it, and I would highly recommend it to anyone, any guys out there, anyways, who are into that. But I probably should be coming back. Looking at my
I was gonna say you should have them done more often.
Yeah.
It is actually funny. A lot of men that come and get spa services, once they get them once, especially like facials, Eminence facials, or pedicures, mainly for sure. We're really big into facials and hair and pedicures. Massage we have as well. We most recently started Botox and Juvederm, so that's been really a lot of fun. We have cosmetic makeup as well.
Gotcha. And you have an eyelash girl in here too?
We do lash lifts, which is a newer service to the spa world.
I've heard of lash lifts before. I know Sam hasn't, but I have. They're kind of like I would say a more natural way of getting more volume into your eyelashes.
Yeah. It's essentially perming your lash. You just change the structure of your eyelash, the way it points. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about how you got to where you are today. So where are you from, first of all?
Okay, so I grew up in Manitoba and met my husband. My husband farms out in Saskatchewan, so naturally I moved out here. And we live just north of Regina. We have a 4,500 acre grape farm, and I stayed home with my daughter for 2 years, and I was bored out of my tree.
Gotcha.
So I started working actually with one of the girls that is a stylist here now. I started working with her in her salon as just an esthetician, and then I ended up starting to do nails, and then it just kind of escalated from there. We were looking for a property to buy in the city so that I could do nails out of that property, and we ended up finding this spa, and we dove right in. Yeah.
So you have about 5,000 square feet right here, and you must have started with a vision of some sort, because you have all of these services that are in here, right? And that's, I mean, for somebody just starting out, it's a lot to put on the plate all at once, right? And it's it's a lot of females and services to manage all at once too. So tell us a little bit about how you started from A and got to B with that.
You know what? I think a lot of hard knocks. I think learning the hard way and just deciding what you want to do and then figuring out how to do it was a lot of what makes up kind of everything that I've done. We just started with what we wanted to do and figured out how to do it from trial and error, and it's been 7 years now, and I think we're finally starting to get our groove and starting to really refine everything. It takes a long time.
Yeah.
It takes a long time.
With building a business, I mean, you hit the nail on the head with a lot of hard knocks. I don't think there's too many people out there that started from something from scratch or even started their journey, and haven't come into something hard along the way. And I think that really defines what your business is and who you are to a certain extent. Do you have a story? Like, is there any, do you have a good story about one of the hard knocks that kind of maybe challenged you, or something that you had to really rethink your business strategy? Is there anything like that happened to you?
I think for me, the biggest struggle or the biggest hurdle that I've had to learn and overcome is staffing. honestly, that's something that I had never really come into, into contact with, I guess, in my previous endeavors. But that's been probably the biggest obstacle for me, is just learning how to, manage a staff and deal with, scheduling and all that kind of stuff. That's been a real struggle sometimes.
You have to create a culture in a place like this, right? And learning how to nurture that and nurture everybody else at the same time is difficult for any business owner, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But you said it really well, that it takes time to build a business, and there are hard knocks, and I think that's like a perfect description of the entrepreneurial journey, right? And you're not the only one.
Yeah.
There are so many other people in the city, be it salons or real estate or whatever people are doing. It's the same for all of us.
And I think the way that the society is going is more, self-made. I know for myself, like I didn't go to business school. I don't have any university degree. I'm 100% self-made. And so I think that a lot of people are going into more entrepreneur type avenues in their careers. And I think that that's sort of the way the world is. More of a you economy now than it is, working for somebody else.
Yeah. So is that, have you always been an entrepreneur? Or was that like kind of always a mindset
I
you
think
had?
I've always been in a leadership position.
Okay.
I've always taken that role, I think. And I think, for me, working for somebody else just wasn't my jam. Yeah, I definitely wanted to work for myself and make my own schedule, my own hours, and, have my own thing going. Absolutely.
And for those of us who maybe like haven't, taken that leap to start a business yet, what would you say is the first step to getting there from what you've experienced?
I think the first step is belief in yourself. First of all, belief that you can, belief that it's just a matter of time. I think that it's belief in what makes you happy, and then figuring out, from A to B. You figure out what you want, what you want to do, and then you figure out how to get there. And then it has to be something that you're passionate about, that you're 100% committed to, and you're willing to stay consistent with, for sure. So I think you need to start with a vision, and then begin with the end in mind. Absolutely.
It's very true. I mean, everybody else can believe in you, but if you don't have the belief in yourself and in your company and what you're doing, then it makes it a lot more difficult.
Absolutely.
To get to be where you want to be, anyways.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
So what's the vision for Spa Cantik? Is it expanding new locations, or just like bettering where you are today?
Well, you know what? We have a beautiful space. It's huge, so we definitely have a lot of square footage to work with. I think we have a really great team, and I think a lot of the girls are starting to brand within Spa Cantik. So branding themselves. We're essentially a business within a business, right? So the girls have, a beautiful space to, refine their craft and build their skill. And a lot of the clients that we see multiple service providers here. So it's really nice that they can walk in the door and they're comfortable here, they're home, and they get to know everybody. And so I think just, we build off of each other and obviously word of mouth. And I think we have a really nice space, and we probably won't move, but I think we definitely have expanded a lot in the last 2 years. For sure. Yeah.
And as far as like the individual services you guys have in here, they're all provided by women who are, I guess, niche to their trade, right? So.
Have you been here before, Kelsey?
I haven't. No.
Gotta try it out then.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm not like. I'm not really heavy. Like, I get my nails done. Not right now, obviously. They're terrible. But I don't...
frequent spas?
Yeah, really. Like, if I get my toenails done, I get them done. And I hate to admit it, but they don't get done for like another 2 months after that. Like, it's just... I'm really bad at it.
I'm actually the same way. When you do the services, or when you're in that industry, you're usually the last to get pampered, and... you're usually the last to take care of yourself. You're always serving everybody else.
Yeah, I'm really busy, and I feel like when I come here, sometimes I just like sit on my iPad or text, and it's like work stuff too. Hey, like
Yeah.
I'm not just being rude to the person that's
Right.
doing my nails. I'm just like, can you hurry up? Because I need to like, answer this message right now. But that's me. I should really learn to sit down and chill and just
Self-care is hard.
enjoy.
Especially
Exactly.
when you're an entrepreneur, trust me.
Yes.
I am
Yes.
I am definitely somebody that does not stop. I just had a baby 8 weeks ago, and here we are. So
So congratulations on
Yeah,
that, by the way.
yeah,
That's so
thank you.
exciting. So
Yeah.
you're in the midst of, like, because you said you have a farm, so you're in the midst of harvesting, taking care of a newborn. That's and this business, like, that's a lot on your plate right now. How do you handle the work-life balance? Because, I mean, I don't personally think that always exists in an entrepreneur's world. It
doesn't.
But I mean, you gotta have something that keeps
Yeah.
you from going kind of crazy, because that's a lot on your plate.
it is, and you definitely have your moments, but it's prioritizing. It really just comes down to what needs to come first, and you fit it in where you can get it in. You fit it into the nooks and crannies of the time you have, and you do what you can. I mean, definitely in times like this where we are harvesting and life is crazy, it's just a lot of organization and a lot of on the go. Yeah.
I'm sure your husband is just as busy as you are.
Well,
We'll cut that part out.
he likes it.
Oh, we don't have to.
I tell him the same thing.
Yeah. I think he watches the show, right? So that's,
he
yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, by the way.
Okay, so I was gonna ask, like, between the two of you, you must obviously offset work and the kids, and
Yep.
of course the kids come first, right? But I want to know, like, how do you guys prioritize the business while you guys are doing all of this other stuff?
Honestly, we kind of take shifts in seasons. Right now he's in harvest, so I'm, primary kids. In, winter, then, I'm more hands-on with, getting ahead in my businesses and doing, those kind of housekeeping type things in those months. And I do a lot of traveling too in those months when he's...
Does wedding season and harvest overlap at all?
Yeah, we do a lot of weddings in like beginning of summer. So it's not too bad. But I mean, the girls here are great with weddings and things like that. They do a lot off site. So it's usually, Friday, Saturday type thing.
So what's the key? Because I know a lot of people look for, the best person to hire. And I mean, you've had Spa Cantik for 7 years, right? Is that? Did you inherit the staff?
Some.
Some?
Yep, some. There are a few original staff here. Yeah, some have, moved or moved on.
What do you look for in someone that says, okay, well, they're self-sufficient, that they can take care of this section of clients in their business? Like, how do you find that in someone, even in the interview or prospecting process?
Yeah, I think for me, passion is a big thing. You can be skilled, you could have all the, credentials you want, but if you're not passionate about what you do, there's no room for you in what you're doing, right? I mean, you're not connected to it emotionally, and it really shows in your work. So I think passion comes first for me.
And if you're not passionate about your work, therefore you can't be as passionate about your clients and the people
Absolutely.
that you're serving as well,
it's
right?
very true.
And that's
Yeah.
gotta be the
and
most.
definitely, a want and a desire to never stop learning. I mean, that's something for me. I mean, I'll never stop learning. Doesn't matter what I do. I'll always strive to be the best of, in what I do. So you definitely need to look for those qualities, and hardworking, self-sufficient, just somebody that really wants to add value to this place. And we feed a lot off of each other. So, the girls will recommend each other to each other and to their clients. So that's big. We do a lot of networking within
cool.
these walls.
Well,
so.
I think in a space like this, if you're not doing that, then you're not utilizing all
Yeah.
of the people that you have in
Absolutely.
here, right? So
Yeah.
you kind of have to do that.
Yeah.
What do you think sets Spa Cantik apart from anything else in the city?
We actually hear a lot, and I can say that this is probably the one thing that I've heard over and over and over again the entire time that I've owned this spa, is that our clients feel at home here. Typically a lot of people feel, spas are very, quiet and sterile and stuffy, and Not that we're not, sterile, but I just mean like vision wise, like the way the atmosphere, the energy. It's nice and homey. The girls know each other. Everybody's friendly. They can basically come here and not feel like they're just a client. They're family to us, and I think that's different. People really pick up on that, and that's one thing that we definitely hear a lot. People are comfortable.
I think you really have like a down to earth space. Like it's not super flashy, or it's gorgeous, don't get me wrong. It's not flashy, it's not sparkly or glamorous or anything like that, but it's a place that people can come in and feel like they belong here, right? Like they're not beneath or below or above anything, and they just fit in.
No, it's been really cool getting to know you, and you've mentioned kind of before we were on camera here that you've recently spoken in front of, I think it was 50,000 people in Dallas. I mean, your business endeavors have taken you very far.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and that's incredible. Like, how does someone go from where you started in Manitoba? Like, how does someone go from there to be able to speak in front of 50,000 people, to be an influencer, to start multiple businesses and be successful?
Again, I think it just starts with the passion. I mean, with that particular business, that was something that totally fell into my lap, and I became extremely passionate about that industry very quickly, and I loved what I was doing, and I shared it at a high level. So that's kind of how that happened. And when you're passionate about something and you want to share it, it doesn't seem like work. It doesn't seem like it's hard. You just from here, you just want to like give it all, So I think that that is a big driving force for me to always keep going, to keep learning, to keep growing and meeting the needs of whatever I need to do.
I think for yourself and for Sam and for everybody else that watches the show and that we have on the show, I think if you can figure out whatever it is that makes you happy and that you want to do from in here, I mean, that is just like the stuff that is the joy in life, right? Yeah. It's what makes it so worth it. Yeah. And I really, really hope that any entrepreneurs or business owners or people who don't even own businesses have the opportunity and the strength to be able to find that, and to believe in themselves enough to be able to do that, right?
Yeah, so many people live, cookie cutter lives, and they work the 9-to-5s, and they think that that's it. There's so much more out there, and it's so much fun when you have freedom and time freedom and financial freedom and all those types of things. Don't get me wrong, it's hard work, but there's so much more to life outside of.
And I mean, for those people that are in the cookie cutter 9-to-5s and stuff, there's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're feeling like you need to do something else, then just go out and do it.
It's like, those people, and in my business too, I deal with any people from anywhere from like $1 to start saving to $1 million clients. Like it's really your net worth does not determine your happiness, right? Absolutely. And I'm sure you've seen that as well, and it's like, you can, if you're happy with your current situation, that's all you can ask for, right? That's the ultimate goal, is being happy with where you are. But it's really exciting to be able to take that step from working that job, that 9-to-5, that cookie cutter. Oh man, that's
just create.
Yeah, it's such a fulfilling feeling, I guess is the words I'm looking for. But it sounds like you're living that life right now. Is that correct?
Yeah. No, I absolutely. I mean, I was at an event in Cabo San Lucas 2 years ago, and the CEO of another company that I work with, he said, "Why can't this be you? Anytime, any day, anytime you want to take a flight, why can't you just get up and go?" And I thought, you know what? Why can't I?
Because I have 3 kids.
Yeah. You know what? But we really do. We take every opportunity to teach them. We take them. We adventure with them, and you only get one choice or one chance to live this life, and it's not the trial run. This is it. So. Very inspiring.
Yeah. We really thank you for coming on the show today, Suzanne.
It was really nice to chat. We wish you the best in your future business endeavors, and we sincerely hope that you keep feeling the happiness
absolutely.
and the
Yeah.
love in here that keeps you doing what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
And Susan came on here as a recommendation from your husband that watched the show. If there's anyone else out there who is, thinking, oh, well, I would be a good fit, I want to be on the Inside Regina project and feature my story, please contact us. Our contact information is always in the links below. But thanks for watching, and have a fantastic week.